And now the moment you've been waiting for. Da 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 the Spider-Man video. Yeah, that's right. I did not disappoint. I actually made it. This has been my most anticipated video for quite a while, but let's go on. Um, okay, so we'll be starting with the characters who didn't appear in No Way Home and how to make them, and then we'll be doing the characters who did appear in No Way Home. So let's start now. So if you're wondering what this weird black thing here is, this is actually my camera stand. I just found it. For some reason it won't stand up very well, so just try to ignore that. So starting off, here's Venom from Spider-Man 3. I use this one as my Venom from Spider-Man 3. It's not actually a minifigure, it's just like a small action figure. No idea how you would get this one, considering I just picked it up from a charity shop for about £3. But he's pretty big when you compare him to a regular minifigure, but I like that because Venom's meant to be kind of big. He's got a lot of detail, but it's not a minifigure, so I can't tell you how to build it, so moving on. Okay, so next up is the homemade suit. I have no idea how you'd make a purist of this, but mine is a knockoff. I order all my knockoffs from 01 Big Flick, so go check those guys out. Trust me, that's some great deals. And yeah, that's the homemade suit. Moving on to our next one. Also, I do apologise for any access noise. My room isn't exactly soundproofed, and you might hear like birds or people talking, but just try to ignore that. This video's about Spider-Man after all. So next up is Iron Man from Spider-Man Homecoming. This is a pretty cool figure. Again, it's a knockoff. I didn't actually get this one from L1 Big Flicks. Don't remember where I got it from, but you know, pretty cool. Would show you the official, considering I kind of prefer that one, but I only own this one. But one way that you could make it better is by removing the feet bits or removing the armor. One problem that could occur, this hasn't happened to me yet, but maybe while you're trying to get these feet out, the legs could snap. So be warned of that. That hasn't happened yet, but I have an odd feeling that that's a possibility. So yeah, I guess continuing with Homecoming, we have the Homecoming suit. This one's just from the What If CMF. I honestly think it works better for his Homecoming suit, considering the fact that, well, it's more of a lighter shade, and it's got all the design aspects correct. So yeah, moving on. Also, sorry about that noise in the background. That is my cat. Okay, so our next minifigure is Adrian Toomes, also known as the Vulture. So yeah, here's how you make him. The hair and head are from the Grandmaster from Thor Ragnarok. I got the torso from Monster Fighters, just got some brown arms and some nougat hands to stick on there. And I got these trousers from some City Police sets. Sorry about all this noise, I'll try to get rid of it by the next one, but yeah, that's how we build Adrian Toomes. And as for the Vulture, well, here he is. I got this one from the No Way Home sets, that weren't really No Way Home sets, and I just added some of these clip pieces to the bottom of him, and the Chitauri gun from an Endgame set. And so that's how you build Vulture. I really love this minifigure so much. So cool. He's stop motion. I'll stop talking about it. Next minifigure, I guess. So our next minifigure is also a knockoff from 01 Big Bricks. This one is Mysterio in his motion capture suit. I really love this minifigure. It looks almost entirely accurate to his on-screen appearance. He didn't really appear in the film, so that's how he built Mysterio in his motion capture suit. You don't need to, just buy the knockoff. The dome spins around and stuff. I have no idea why I'm fiddling around with it, but I'm going to stop putting my hand on him so you can see his leg printing as well. So, yeah, next minifigure. Okay, so now we move on to characters who actually did appear in the film. And my first one, it would be the Far From Home upgraded suit, but I don't actually own that suit yet, so yeah. Our actual first one is Mysterio. This is again a knockoff from 01 Big Bricks, possibly one of the greatest minifigures I own. There's so much detail all over him. I'll give you a good look at that cape. So yeah, that's Mysterio from the opening of the film. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what to say unless I'm telling you how to build it, so next minifigure. Oh, he's 6 minutes in. So, our next one's a Ned and MJ. I would just use ones from sets. I don't have a set Ned. This one is him from Knockoff. And if you really do want to get that Knockoff, I would heavily do it because he even comes with his Lego Death Star. Pretty cool. But still, actually, I'm hearing you say, what happens if you don't have Ned and you don't want to use knockoffs? Well, I'm going to show you how to make a purist Ned from this movie. And here he is. So, the torso comes from a Lego Space set. I got the arms from that kind of cat person from Series 14. The hair is like some old Lego Pirates hair. The head and hands come from a Jurassic World guy, and the legs come from Ultra Agents. I would just use some plain grey legs, so I couldn't find any, so I had to use some with printing. But that's Ned, I guess. Moving on. So next up we have J. Jonah Jameson, and well, he's pretty cool. I have no idea why I'm saying all this stuff. Anyway, he's literally just the 2012 figure, the only figure that I own of the guy, for his, like, entire bit, and then the hair comes from Alfred from the Batman movie. His mustache kind of sticks out from under there, but, yeah, that's how you build him. So, yeah. On to the next one. Oh, wait, I actually forgot a character who wasn't in the movie. It's Zombie Iron Man from Far From Home. This one is, again, a knockoff, really cool figure. Anyway, moving on. Black and Gold Spider-Man. This is just the one in the sets. I didn't change a single thing about it because it is absolute perfection. So, yeah, that's how you make Gold Suit Spider-Man. Moving on. Next up is Pure Energy Electro. He's pretty cool. I don't have the arms, but this is just the Ultimate Spider-Man Electro. And, yeah, I literally just realised I forgot an entire scene of the movie. Okay, moving on. The scene that I missed was obviously the iconic bridge battle scene. How do I do that? Anyway, here's the Iron Spider from the Infinity War sets for Iron Spider. His arms are actually from, well, they're not from anywhere, they're customs by myself, and I'm going to make a video later on, well, not later on, just in a few days or so, telling you how you can make these custom arms, because you know a lot of you would want to do that. Anyway, next minifigure. Dr. Octopus. This is again another One Big Fix knockoff. And if I just turn my phone, considering you can't exactly see all of him on camera, there he is. He looks really cool. Okay, I'll turn it back. So, maybe if there, he's got like loads of arms, but really nothing else other than just a knockoff. So, moving on to yet another knockoff. It's Green Goblin, and I love this knockoff so much. In fact, this is actually the minifigure that I've been waiting on to get this video out. Sorry about that noise, that's my brother. But yeah, here he is. I added some transparent things to the back of his glider to make it look like he's flying. He looks great, and he has an alternate head. And if you're curious to know what his head looks like when he's wearing the helmet, it just looks like that. So that is the Green Goblin. If you want to make a purist version of him, here he is. I just used a Chima head and covered it in green clay and used one of the bodies from the Eternals. So, yeah, moving on. Wong, same minifigure as in the set. Same with Doctor Strange. So, yeah. You wouldn't really have to do anything with these. I just like them the way they are. Moving on. Sandman. So I used a pure sand-coloured head, some Lloyd hair from Ninjago, and sand-coloured everything. And this torso comes from like Lego City because I like the detailing on it. It makes it look a bit like it's sandy and stuff. So yeah, that is Sandman. And moving on. Again, really sorry about the noise, but our next minifigure is the Lizard. He is really cool, and this is literally... I'm waiting on a knockoff to arrive, but this is literally just a Chima guy without... It's a Chima crocodile without his head bit on. That's how you make Lizard. Moving on. Our next minifigure is the Green Goblin yet again. This is him from that apartment scene, and yeah. So how you build this version of Green Goblin is you get the hood from Lloyd from the Ninjago movie. I just like the hair sticking out and the fact that the hood. Then you get the head from the Riddler because it's got those goggles and a bit of orange hair on the side. I think it looks really good. Even though he wasn't wearing goggles during the scene, if you wanted to do him with goggles, then sure. Just some green arms. I picked these ones because they're the same colour as the official Goblin. Some nougat hands, and then the head and legs come from Ghost from Ninjago Season 5. I chose this torso, but really you could do the other one. I just chose this one because it looks most accurate. Of course, for the legs you got the purple on top, green on bottom, so I think it looks really cool if you want to make a custom Lego Goblin for his apartment scene. And of course, if you want to add a bit of extra touch to him, let's bring back our knockoff Goblin from earlier. You don't really have to use a single part from the knockoff Goblin. All you need is the pumpkin bomb and the glider. There we go. That looks pretty accurate to the actual scene. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think you know what I mean when I say that. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and also forgot to mention when the video started, but I'm using this Ninjago set as background because I think it looks cool. Anyway, moving on. Electro. Now the hair is just some normal hair. I would use Falcon's hair, but I don't want to damage my only copy of the figure. And by damage I mean dismantle. So the head comes from Falcon for Infinity War. I stuck some dark green hands and some... dark green arms and some black hands. I am waiting on a knockoff for him, just like Lizard. It hasn't arrived yet. But the torso is from a guy from one of the CMFs. No idea what to call him. And the legs are from the Johnny Thunder type guy from another one of the CMFs. I just think it looks really cool with those trousers and those boots. And that is Electro. So, yeah. I'll get my hands out of him so you can see him. It's just the fact that he can't really stand up. Yeah, he can't really stand up, so I'm just gonna stick him there and make the camera focus on him. So, yeah, that's Electro. Moving on. Next up is, of course, the integrated suit Spiderman. He comes with, well, he doesn't come with anything. Well, technically he does, it's his mask, but I used the head and hair from What If Spider-Man, and I used the torso, legs, head, everything else from the actual official integrated suit minifigure. So, yeah, let's move on. Also, from this point onward, there will definitely be spoilers. So, you have been warned. Let's go. Okay, I was actually, absolutely shaking in my seat when I saw the cinema. When I went to the cinema to see this movie, but it's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. And this is how you make a custom of him if you don't want to use knockoffs. I, again, have a knockoff waiting, but he's not going to arrive for quite a while. So, this is how you make him if you don't want to use knockoffs, or you don't own that really expensive Comic-Con figure. So, the head comes from just the OG 2012 to 2016 Spider-Man. So, yeah. Then he's got the torso, the head's just messed up. The torso from 2019 Spider-Man, and the legs you can get from any Spider-Man's dual moldedness. As for his head, I used the original Star-Lord face, because I think it looks cool with that beard. And some, I'm going to call it Derris hair, because it's or Egon hair, because it's like Derris or Egon from Ninjago or Ghostbusters. So, yeah, that is Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and I'm going to move my hand. Okay, let's move on. Next up is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, or 2002 Spider-Man, original trilogy Spider-Man. Fully knockoff, that is if you don't want the official, And the head and hair come from pretty much every nowadays comic book Spider-Man set. And he looks really cool when I put him with all of the other Spider-Man. Let's do that. This looks epic. It'd look cooler if they all had their helmets on, but I'm too lazy to do that, so there they are. So, I did put the helmets on, and it looks epic. So, there they are. Okay, now we actually move on for real. Flint Marko. So, he uses Lex Luthor's head, some, just, this type of hair, OG Obi-Wan hair, but in brown. It's called the Mighty Micro Sandman torso, because I think that has, the least sand out of any Sandman torso on it. Flipped around, it's barely even there. It's got Garmadon's legs from the Ninjago movie TMF. I just really like how that looks. And I obviously put a green arm there. And, that's Sandman. Moving on. Okay, I just thought I'd show my OG purist Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. He's got some old legs, the OG Spider-Man torso, and the 2019 head. I just find him really funny. Anyway, let's move on now. I'm really proud of this minifigure. This one I think came out so well. It's Green Goblin from the ending. So he's got Captain America hair, or Star-Lord hair. That's what I'd use if I was a Lego Marvel fan. He's got Riddler's head from the first Riddler, really. Well, no, not really the first Riddler. I don't know when it came out, but he uses Stone Warrior's torso from Nexo Knights. I have never seen anyone use this trick before, but I think it works really well. But he's got the 2014 witch, skirt piece around him. I just love how that looks. 24... No, not 20. Okay, that was just my mum calling me, because we're leaving to go to my granddad's house, but still, he has the arm from Series 14 witch, the leg, hips, upper torso, arm, all from Lasher from Ninjago Legacy. It's got a red utility belt and one of these purple legs. Now, as with Spike, I used one of these white bits, a white stud, and a pointy bit. So, yeah, let's continue with our final minifigure. Just for the fun of it, I thought I'd stick him on the knockoff glider, and he looks really cool. Okay, now it's actually the final minifigure. Spider-Man's new suit. I literally just used one of the comic Spider-Man that comes in a set, because it looks pretty much exactly like that. So yeah, there he is. And those of you who've stuck around this long, you get a little something extra. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness customs. So starting off, we got Protector Strange. He's got some slick back hair, Thor's head, and the Doctor Strange 14 legs from Infinity War. Next up, Zombie Strange. He's got a zombie pirate head, Cole's torso from season 9. He's also got some cold legs from Legacy. Wildstyle's arm. He's got. Oh, we're running out of time, but finishing up, he's got grey arm, grey hand, and another grey hand. And our final one is Sinister Strange. Torso. No, not torso. Head from Infinity War Doctor Strange. Hair from a knockoff Infinity War Doctor Strange. Are the top from Ninjago movie Nia, and the legs from season 9 Nia, and that is it. Goodbye.